Thank you so much. With me now from Dnipro, Serhiy Leshchenko, advisor to President Zelensky's chief of staff. Mr. Leshchenko, thank you for being back on the show. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. I'm also in Dnipro now, and I can confirm that about 1 hour ago it was a shelling of the city. I heard it because it's like 1,500 feet from here and it was shelling on the railway bridge, to destroy the railway bridge, to destroy the possibility for Ukrainian trains to cross the Dnipro River, one of the biggest rivers in Europe.
Talk to me more about that, because as you heard Kelly explain, my colleague there who was on just before you in her reporting, the Russians continue to attack these, as you say, railways, right? Hubs, power stations, et cetera.
Yes.
What is the plan to keep up the Ukrainian resistance against those specific kinds of attacks, given what you have just seen and are describing to us within the last hour where you are?
Yeah, I'm also a member of the supervisory board of Ukrainian Railways, so I have an update, let's say, every hour, and I can confirm that last few days they bombed our electronic substations to block the possibility for Ukrainian railways to deliver weapons from the west and to block evacuation of Ukrainian citizens from the east to the western regions of Ukraine. So this is a bloody war, as they started 2 months ago. It's ongoing, and now Russia understood that they are not able to win this war. They're just trying to prevent their loss of this war. That is why they're bombing our railway infrastructure, and they trying to bomb the crucial stations, the crucial electronic substations, to destroy the bridges, to stop this military supply and to stop the evacuation of Ukrainians.
How about what's happening in Mariupol, specifically that steel plant? The mayor there says that he's lost touch with Ukrainian troops in that area and defending that position, essentially. Has the president's office heard anything, any update for us on the fight in that location?
I heard that there was attack of Russian on the metallurgical plant, and they crossed the entrance, or somehow they're present on the factory territory. At the same time, please understand that this factory is huge. It's not just like small factory, it's like half of the city. That is why we have no clear information where they go, where they're going now, where they base now, I mean Russian soldiers. But the truth that they are on the territory of the factory, this is what we know from our sources. And of course, we are looking for further evacuation of civilians, because there is more than 500 civilians blocked on this metallurgical plant. At the same time, of course, we are calling for global leaders to play their role to stop this this surrounding of Mariupol, to stop this humanitarian catastrophe there, and to let Ukrainians leave from this metallurgical plant.
When you talk about the onus on the global community right now, there's that news that of the EU's ban on Russian oil and the resistance from Hungary and Slovakia to this point so far. What is your message to the EU on this front?
My message is that this is a time for European unity and solidarity with Ukraine. And we are calling our partners, our neighbors, especially it's Slovakia and Hungary. It's both countries we are neighboring with. And in this moment, we are calling our neighbors to remember that it's not just war between Ukraine and Russia. This is a war of Putin against global order and against European institutions, which made the safe life of Europeans, including Hungarians and Slovakians, possible. He's trying to destroy the global order, to reshuffle the institutions, to reshuffle the opportunities for these countries to live a safe life. Because after Ukraine, in case if Ukraine defeat, he will go further to destroy NATO, to show that NATO is not able to protect its members, and to show that NATO is not a goal to be integrated for. It's not the institution which is able to defend its members.
Mr. Leshchenko, you mentioned that you sit on, I believe, a supervisory board for the railways. A senior U.S. defense official is saying that Russian strikes on those railways, on some of these power plants, these electrical locations that we've talked about, are not having an appreciable impact on Ukraine's ability to resupply itself. Is that an accurate assessment based on what you know?
We are trying to keep this information confidential. What we can say that these attacks are ongoing every day. Yesterday, it was six different locations to be attacked. Also today it happened again, and of course they have damage for Ukrainian railway infrastructure. Yesterday they attacked only substation of electricity. Today they started to attack bridges, it means it can be not just for weapon supply difficult, but also for just regular people going through the country to leave this dangerous area, also impossible to do. And also it's very important to say that Ukrainian railway infrastructure is very much let's say, differentiated. So we have a lot of stations, we have a lot of depots. Sometimes we can fix the problems very fast, and we very much appreciate the work of our employees able to do this fixation of problems very fast. So as for today, Ukrainian railways continue going, and we calling for global leaders to provide Ukraine the support which will defend us from the sky, not to let these missile weapons, missile rockets to destroy our infrastructure. Today I was in Pavlograd. This is another station which was destroyed, substation of electricity, and we understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to block electronic locos to go through Ukraine to deliver these weapons. Because of the shortage of diesel, it will be a problem for us after the blocking of electronic locos going. It will be difficult for us to use diesel locos, and it will make much slower this delivering of weapons to Ukrainian front lines.